are strange moments in the car world, but every once in a while, something happens that feels almost unreal. Picture yourself wandering through an ordinary used car lot. You're surrounded by predictable choices: compact sedans, budget hatchbacks, older SUVs that have clearly lived a full life. The kind of cars people buy when they need something practical, something reliable, something that doesn't demand more than fuel and routine servicing. You expect a Corolla or two, maybe a Civic, possibly a mid-level Camry on the end of a row. But then something catches your eye. Not subtle, not quiet. A shape, a presence, something unmistakably luxurious. A Mercedes-Benz S-Class. For a moment, you think it must be in the wrong place. The S-Class is the vehicle of executives, diplomats, and drivers who once shook hands inside boardrooms. It's the car that symbolized power long before electric flagships appeared. And yet, here it stands, wearing a price tag that's shockingly close to what you'd pay for a used Toyota Corolla. It almost feels as if the automotive universe made a clerical error. But this isn't a glitch. It's real, and it's happening right now. The question is, how did a $140,000 symbol of global luxury fall to the price of an economy commuter? 1. The S-Class legacy, a car built to redefine every decade. To understand how dramatic this situation is, you need to appreciate what the S-Class once stood for. Mercedes didn't design this vehicle to blend into traffic. They built it to redefine what luxury meant every generation. The S-Class was always a step ahead, carrying ideas that only became mainstream years later. Features like adaptive suspension, advanced safety systems, and cocoon-like cabins didn't originate in mass-market cars. They started with the S-Class. When the S550 hit the roads in the late 2000s and early 2010s, it wasn't merely expensive, it was aspirational. This was a machine created not just for comfort, but for prestige. 2. A perfect storm. Why luxury cars crash in value? The dramatic price drop wasn't caused by a single factor, but by a complex chain of events that tends to affect most high-end luxury sedans. Expensive European cars follow a very specific life cycle. When they are new, they're purchased by people who can afford the steep sticker price, the premium maintenance, and the rapid technological pace of the luxury segment. But as these cars age, their buyers change. Once the warranty expires and newer generations arrive, these vehicles quietly slip out of their sheltered environment and into the general used car market. This is where depreciation becomes ruthless. A decade-old luxury car carries all the complexity of its original engineering, but no longer has the financial cushion of wealthy first owners. 3. The powertrain that should never have been this cheap. Beneath the S550's refined exterior lies an engine that feels almost out of place at its current used price. Mercedes equipped this generation with a muscular twin-turbo V8, an engine that delivered effortless acceleration and a driving experience that felt both powerful and dignified. It wasn't the kind of engine that begged to be revved or shouted its presence loudly. Instead, it moved the car forward with a calm, confident surge, almost as if acknowledging that it had nothing left to prove. Even today, the performance numbers stand strong against modern sedans. The car could glide to highway speeds faster than many sports-oriented vehicles of its era, yet maintain the composure of a limousine. The power didn't come with aggression. 4. A cabin that still outclasses newer cars. Stepping inside the S550 is often the moment when buyers realize just how upside down the used car market can feel. You don't expect a decade-old vehicle to greet you with materials this rich or craftsmanship this careful. The seats cradle you with softness usually found in high-end lounges. The leather carries the kind of thickness and texture that is rare in modern, cost-cut interiors. Even the small details, the solid click of a button, the grain of the wood trim, the gentle glow of ambient lighting, remind you that this car was built with an entirely different philosophy than today's mass-produced models. What truly surprises people is that many of the features inside the S-Class still feel modern. Large displays, luxurious audio systems, refined lighting, and adaptive comfort settings create an atmosphere that many brand-new cars continue to chase. 5. When the market misunderstands a flagship. The primary reason the S550 collapsed in price is not because the car lost its identity or its quality. Instead, the market struggles to place a value on used luxury flagships. Maintenance concerns overshadow everything else. Most buyers looking for a $20,000 to $30,000 car want predictability. They want something that doesn't surprise them with unexpected costs or specialized repairs. A high-end German sedan, however, demands attention. It asks for proper servicing, high-quality parts, and mechanics who understand luxury engineering. This mismatch creates confusion in the used market. The car is too complex for the average buyer, but too old to command premium prices from luxury-focused shoppers. 6. The strange value equation. Luxury for the price of practicality. This situation creates one of the most unusual value propositions in the automotive world. Imagine being able to purchase a vehicle that once catered to the wealthiest individuals for the same cost as a car designed for affordability and simplicity. The comparison sounds unfair, even absurd, yet it's happening. The price overlap means a buyer can choose between a practical, modest commuter or a machine engineered with top-tier materials, advanced comfort systems, and a driving presence that still turns heads. 7. The cost of entry. Why this deal isn't for everyone. Despite the incredible value, owning an older S-Class is not a simple decision. It requires more commitment than an economy vehicle. People drawn to it for its low purchase price may overlook the reality of its upkeep. Luxury cars age differently than affordable ones. When something breaks, it rarely breaks cheaply. Replacement parts often carry premium prices, and labor costs can be equally high. The air suspension, electronics, and comfort systems are all designed to deliver excellence, but excellence comes with financial consequences when problems arise. 8. The enthusiast's perspective. Why some people run toward the risk. For some buyers, the S550's depreciation isn't a warning. It's an invitation. Enthusiasts view the car through a different lens. Instead of seeing potential maintenance headaches, they see a rare opportunity to experience something extraordinary. These are drivers who value craftsmanship, comfort, and engineering brilliance. They understand that the true cost of the S-Class isn't just financial, it's emotional. You pay for the feeling of gliding down a highway in a machine that makes the world outside disappear. To enthusiasts, owning an S550 isn't about transportation. It's about connection, a relationship with a piece of automotive history. They know the car's weaknesses, its strengths, and the satisfaction that comes with maintaining it properly. They're willing to take on the responsibility because the reward is unlike anything a typical commuter car can offer. For them, the depreciation doesn't represent failure. It represents access. Access to a car they once admired from a distance. Access to an experience that was never meant to be affordable. Access to something special, even if it demands effort. 9. The reality of comparing it to a Corolla. Comparing a used S550 to a Corolla might seem unfair, but in the current market, the comparison is financially accurate. The Corolla stands as one of the most reliable, predictable, and economically sensible cars ever built. It has a reputation for longevity and minimal maintenance, and because of that stability, its resale value remains strong. When people buy a Corolla, they're purchasing peace of mind. The S-Class, on the other hand, offers almost the exact opposite type of experience. Instead of minimalism, it offers excess. Instead of simplicity, it offers sophistication. Instead of predictability, it offers indulgence. The cars serve entirely different purposes. One aims to solve transportation needs with minimal fuss. The other aims to elevate travel into an experience. The fact that they now share similar price tags emphasizes how distorted the used car market can become when luxury vehicles begin aging. It's a comparison based not on identity, but on economics, and that makes it even more fascinating. 10. Should you buy one? The dream versus the reality. The final question is obvious. Is buying a used S550 today a smart decision? The answer depends on perspective. If what you want is a simple car that rarely surprises you, a Corolla remains the logical choice. It was built for exactly that purpose. But if you want an experience, something that transforms every drive into a moment, the S-Class offers more than any economy car ever could. That being said, purchasing one requires awareness. It's not a car you buy casually. It demands attention, funds, and patience. But if you approach it with respect and an understanding of what you're taking on, it becomes an incredible opportunity. You get to enjoy a level of luxury, performance, and presence that once cost well into six figures, all for the price of a modest commuter. It's a gamble, yes, but it's also one of the most extraordinary deals that exists in the car market today. A question for the audience. So here we are in a strange moment where a $140,000 luxury flagship shares a price bracket with one of the simplest cars ever made. The Mercedes S-Class didn't lose its greatness. It simply aged into a market that struggles to understand it. But for the right driver, with the right mindset, it represents an almost unbelievable opportunity. Would you take the risk? Would you buy a fallen luxury king for the price of an economy commuter? If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more automotive documentaries, and comment below with your thoughts. Your next car might not just be a vehicle, it might be a story worth telling.